Here.
Mayor Bonta,
Here.
Member Kressel. Attorney Elwood.
We'll go to our staff reports. Oh, no, I'm sorry. No staff reports. We need the minutes. Well, you can come up and be ready for the staff reports. Did everybody have a chance to review the minutes, and is there a motion to approve?
There is. Motion to approve.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. All right, now we'll go to our staff reports. Thank you, Dan.
No problem. Afternoon, everybody. All our sweepers are out now, thank goodness. They've been down, on and off, but at this time right now, they're all out. And of course, they're doing all their sweeping. We haven't really had too many storm problems. We did have one flooding issue that last big rain we had, and all it was the drain was clogged. As soon as we got it unclogged, the water all just disappeared. We did get a few calls, and by the time my guys got there, it was all the water was gone. You know, because some of these systems are a little bit smaller, and when we get the hard, fast rains, it just takes a little while for them to catch up. But as soon as it stops raining or slows down, it's all gone. So that's a good thing to report. So we're doing pretty good with that. The storm crew they worked on one ditch, and they got some other projects they're working on for, helping out with some city stuff. And other than that, everything else is fine. All the machines are running good, and well, that's for sanitary. So that's all for storm.
Well, thank you so
Any
much.
questions? Yeah, it's real, but it hasn't rained a lot, so.
That is true.
Looking at my backyard, still got water standing back there.
So let's see, that gets us to new business, additional grinding and hauling bid for US 12 compost site. Ken, did you get the chance to review this? Were there any questions about this, or?
Motion to approve the Homer Industries bid for grinding and hauling.
I'd second that.
So we have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Thank you. That gets us to concept plans for compost site. Mr. Hannon, how are you doing?
Good, how's everybody?
Good.
Good. You should have in your packet a set of what we call concept plan drawings for the compost site up north of 249, between 249 and Highway 12. You may be aware that the IDEM is requiring us to come up with a different drainage plan that has been, as opposed to what's been used in the past. The site was flowing onto the property to the east, property that's not controlled by the city. So they've required us to plug up that overflow to the water to the east, and we've created basically a lake. I call it lake compost. This is a drainage plan that we put together basically for Randy Reeder. The street department basically operates the compost facility for us. So he's going to present this. He's accepted it. This design has been approved by Randy. He's going to present it to our friends at IDEM and get it approved by them. Subject to that approval, we would then move to installing basically a new drain for the compost site. Dan's been integrally involved in all of the activities out there, and so we're just keeping you up to speed. The financial responsibility for this, I guess you work it out between yourselves, could be stormwater, it could be more likely, the property belongs to the redevelopment commission. So We'll keep both boards informed as we proceed. Next step is Randy getting approval from IDEM. Then we may be back to you to report on the next activity, which would be installation. That might be done. The Fab Five, as we call them, might choose to put this in. They might decide it might be a little too big for them. If it is, we'll have to go out and get quotes, and then we'll have pricing for you. So it's basically just a status report. No action needed today.
Well, thank you so much for the update. And then that gets us to technical manual amendments.
Yes. I have that one also. So you should hopefully have a document in your packet that looks like this. The staff, Dan and I, are recommending 2 amendments to the Stormwater Technical Manual, a manual that you adopted. I think we basically revised the whole thing in June of '24, and we'd like to recommend two distinct changes to the manual, additions to the manual. The first one is to allow or to create flexibility for the properties north of Highway 20. If you think about the way water works in Portage, you know, the water comes from, basically, you think about like 700 north all the way to Lake Michigan through Willow Creek and Robbins Ditch and Squirrel Creek and Salt Creek. So what we're talking about is the area north of Highway 20. The idea is, if you think about it hydraulically, we'd like the water that's picked up in that area to be put into the stream as quickly as possible, so that that water is gone by the time the surge comes from the south side of town. So what this first paragraph, first addition describes is basically saying we don't require detention necessarily for properties north of Highway 20. Now, the designers still need to do the calculations. They still need to provide for water quality. They still need to, and if they're discharging into a compromised system or a small pipe, they would have to provide whatever's necessary in terms of detention to meet the hydraulic requirements, you know, of that system. But, and in addition to that, if you think about it, most of the soil north of Highway 20 is sand. So this allows the designers to allow for the infiltration benefits associated with sand. So we actually have been doing this on a case-by-case basis, but we think it's better to describe it technically in the manual and treat everybody fairly. So that's the first one. The second one, this is it's in our application packet, but it's not distinctly in our manual. So Dan requires anybody who's going to disturb a site to come in and have a pre-construction conference, and there's a 14-day period, waiting period, for Dan's people to prepare for the project itself. And some developers get surprised by that 14-day requirement, so we want to just put it explicitly into the manual so that they see it ahead of time and they're not surprised by it. So we're already using or following these items, but we think it'd be best to put it into the manual and make it explicit. So we're recommending that these modifications be added to the manual.
I was just going to say, on the first point, I mean, sometimes when you have case-by-case basis showing that things happen, you kind of learn a way that a rule might improve, you know? And so whether that's the BZA, you know, so many people keep consistently asking for the same thing and they keep giving it. You say, oh, you know what? If it's always this, okay, you know? On the second point, I just think it's good to clarify the 14 days, you know?
Yeah, and it's in our SOP for our IDEM permit also, which we were audited 2 weeks ago now, about 2 weeks ago. We're still waiting from a letter from them to see how that went. Once I get that letter, I'll, hopefully by next meeting, I can share it with the board.
Are there any other questions or a motion?
Motion to accept the additions to the stormwater detention design and the MS4 pre-construction meeting.
Yeah, I second the motion.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Oh,
Aye.
thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
See, he was kind of quiet today. I almost forgot he was here. I pushed the button out of habit. Did you guys get a chance to look at the claims, and were there any questions in the claims?
Motion to accept the claims, $98,538.59 to be paid.
I second the motion to accept the claims.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
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 It's a little new because we didn't always have to record these meetings. All right, any other business deemed proper to be brought before the board?
I got a green light, so does that mean it's on, or?
Yes, you don't have to push a button.
Okay. I'm just wondering where we are with the Ramblewood problem. Like Dan said, we haven't had any rain lately, but the last 30, 40 feet of my backyard, I still have water standing. It's not just squishy, it's actually, you could see water standing there.
Dan, have you by any chance seen the water standing back there, or?
No, I haven't been by there lately. Does your sub pump go out there?
Yeah, the sump pump goes out there. My sump pump ain't ran in probably 7 days or more. But the sump pumps behind me, the people behind me, they're lower than me, and their sump pumps run.
So that's
A
probably where
lot.
the water comes.
It probably is, yeah.
Okay. Now that is that is a storm easement. Okay, that's where the water's supposed to go.
Well, I'm just
I-
asking,
Yeah, I'll go out there and look and just check it out.
Austin was supposed to come by and talk to the people.
Oh, and I'm sorry, could you state your name too for the record?
Jerry Lewandowski.
I mean, to put it simply, it is a storm easement, so it is where water is supposed to go.
Right, and that was, the whole job was to try to make that all drain better, obviously.
Put in a pipe, yeah.
Yeah, so, and the problem is, if you recall,
It was the
Memphis.
cost, I think it comes to an 82,000.
Yeah, it was like, about $80,000 for,
It's really just a matter of we're aware of it. You know, it's been, hot, but I've started to go out, knocking on doors, so I'll be coming that way to get permissions we need. But ultimately, it is a cost matter, just finding the right time to spend $80,000 on that. Plus, you got the fence issue to figure out. But we appreciate that you come, but it's really just a matter of, is it just that the water is there? Is it coming into the rest of your property?
Well, it's gone down some, but it was higher. There was maybe, I say 6 inches standing back there after the rain.
Right, but
We
it's
had, of course, that was a big rain that we had.
Sure, but a
it's
drainage,
still there.
a drainage easement, though, like that's for the water to be there for it to drain. So even if it takes a while to drain, the water's where it should be. Is there water on the property that isn't on the drainage easement?
No, I don't think so. I didn't walk back there through the water to see.
I only say that because, I mean, to put it really simply, if water is taking a while to move somewhere, and Dan, you can walk me through this because I'm not an expert on this.
right,
If there's water on an area that is designed to be the drainage easement, right, it's one thing if that water takes a while to go. The issue really is it staying so long that, you know, when it rains, it's flooding and going into the other area that's not supposed to be the drainage easement. Is that right?
And, you know, and different areas have different percolation variables. You know, obviously sand, it goes away quicker. Clay, it takes longer. And if his sub pump isn't running, in Portage, it's notorious, his sub pump might be running, but 2 houses down, theirs runs all the time.
So if
That
he's,
happens a lot, so maybe if he's saying he's got sub pumps from the houses on the other side of him that's coming down in there.
you said that the houses where the sump pumps are running, they're higher than you or lower?
Lower.
They're lower?
Lower,
So
so there's some pumps run more often than mine do.
wouldn't it mean that if they're lower, they should be going the other direction, not up to his
I'm
property?
Sure but it's all still slanted towards the drainage easement.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see, because it's gonna
Yeah,
go,
no matter if the
oh,
house is lower, it's still gonna be slanted.
it's gonna go towards where the easement
towards
is.
the easement,
I
correct.
gotcha.
Correct.
Well, the easement is what, 12 feet or whatever? Or is it 16?
20?
It's at least 12.
At least 12. I think I'm 6 feet. I think it's 12, I think,
12 total.
if I remember, yes. It's 6 feet on my side, 6, and that water is probably at least 20 feet into my yard.
Well, I
Now,
mean-
after today, it probably drained a little bit more, but took a couple pictures.
Well, I think, Dan, you and I, we could go check it out sometime and just see where it is. By maybe tomorrow, I'll check in with you, because I'd like to just go take a look and get an idea for how it's looking and just maybe speculate what might be going on, you know?
Yeah, we could send Rob out there tomorrow.
Sounds good.
He's got a camera job to do first, and then,
If we knock on the door, will you be home tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Friday. I should be.
Cool. Well, no matter what, we'll go check it out, but we'll say hi if we can. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Lubnowski, I have a question. Just in general, how often do you see standing stormwater?
A lot. I could just put it that way, a lot. If there's a heavy rain, there's a lot back there.
And how often? do
I
you
had pictures here when I first started coming about my grandkids run through it. It was up to their knees.
And is there a mosquito infection associated?
It stinks sometimes, and it breeds mosquitoes. I seen larvae growing in there. I actually bought them little pellets from Lowe's and put out there that goes in the water to kill that larvae.
And this has been ongoing for how many years again?
Since I lived there, 21 years.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Any other things, or do we have a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion.
I'm sorry, before you do, yes, sir, you can come up.
Thank you. My name's Alan Wozniak. I live at 3014 Anderson Street. It's right near Stone, 2 houses from Stone. Last meeting, I came to the Drainage Board. It was said that July 5th you would have an answer whether you would have work, you could do the work.
Dan, do we have an answer on that?
don't have the permit.
We don't have it from the state, have we?
Yeah, the DNR and that, they're holding it up for some reason.
Are we able to give them a call to check?
I know Luke's been, I actually, two weeks ago, Bert sent an email out with some of the things that we have outstanding and everything, and that was one of them. I sent an email out asking again, if they have any idea of when, and they told me no. They're still trying to work it through with the,
So, I had a question. This is the state DNR? The reason I say that, and I want to be careful what I say, because some of this gets into some odd, like, political sensitivities at the state level. Oh, no, nothing about that. I don't know, so I go to church at Nativity, and we recently had our Nativity Festival, and I was a bartender at the beer garden. And one of the things that was really odd was normally you kind of do your temporary, because I'm not a bartender, I have to sign up to get the temporary, permit to do that. And it happened that normally, like, we know that we're all set, we're good to go, but that was getting down to, like, the week before, we still hadn't heard back from the state whether or not everything had been approved. Now, the good news is everything got approved. You know, Mr. Miletta, who is very involved in the city, but is also the beer tent chair, he was able to get in touch with the state and got them to double check everything, work that out. And what they explained to him, and, you know, then what he explained to me was